What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back today with another install.
Yes, sir.
Today we'll be installing the Z Automotive Taser on my 2022 Dodge Challenger. It plugs into your So I guess this is a program, or should I say a tool, used to unlock like the performance pages and all the SRTs, cat packs, and Hellcats features that we don't get on or RTs. So things that you should know: if you have a 2018 and up Challenger, you will need to get the double bypass harness as well. I already got the harness. I have it installed in my car already. I'll go back there and show you where I installed it, how I installed it, and what you'll need to install it. Now, to install the double bypass harness, you need to go to your trunk. This liner that's right here, you gotta lift it up, pull it out, like that. And what we're trying to get to is this right here. Now, let me put this camera up. Now this right here is where you're gonna connect your double bypass harness to. So this has 4 clips, one here, and 2 in the back. You're gonna use a screwdriver to basically pry this out and lift the cap off. So I'll get that done and I'll show you exactly what I did afterwards. Now, when you get the lid off of this item right here, what you're gonna do, the double bypass harness comes with 4 cable and 2 pins. So you'll have a set of blue and white cable and green and yellow cable. So the blue and white cable is gonna go to where the blue and white section is, which is on the left side. And the yellow and green cable will go to the section on the right.
I'm colorblind. You what?
Now, after you have that plugged in on each side, you're gonna pull that harness cable all the way down here. I already have it mounted with these cables going all the way back to the battery section. At the end of the harness, you're gonna have 2 cables, a black for ground and a red that is gonna be connected to your fuse box. Now, the black cable I connected directly to the chassis of the car right here for the ground, and the red cable will go into fuse 37, which is your radio. That looks like this. Now the bypass harness already comes with a fuse adapter, so you won't need one. So you're gonna connect it directly to fuse 37. If you look here, it says the fuse 37 is your radio. You're gonna connect it to the fuse 37, which is your radio, which is this one right up here. Now, after you have that connected, you're just gonna slap this back on here, snap it back on like that. This I just have mounted somewhere right here. I haven't mounted it yet because I had to take it out. I had to update this, so I had to take it out. So yeah, you could just mount it wherever you want. I just put it right here for now. And then afterwards, you're gonna come here, put your cap back on, right here. All right, guys, so I fucked up.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Before I bought this product, I did not do proper research. This is the unit that I had in my car before replacing it with that one. This is a 7-inch screen. If you are in an RT and you have one of these screens right here, this is what it looks like with a piece of plastic right here. And this is how the back looks. The back on that one is totally different. If you have one of these systems, you won't be able to use the Z Taser and get the performance screens and all of that stuff. So if you have one of these screens, I do not recommend purchasing the Z Taser until you actually get the 8.4-inch screen. Boom. So I had to learn the hard way. So it will not work on the 7-inch Uconnect system. So what I had to do was basically try to locate a Uconnect 8.4-inch system, which I already went ahead and installed that. I found it on Marketplace for a decent price.
Yes, sir.
Not too far away, so I just went and grabbed it. Now, when I got the screen, got home, installed the screen, thought everything was gonna be working fine. No, it did not work. The screen worked, but there was a code that we need to basically install the screen into my car. So I guess the 2018s and up Challengers or Chargers, when you replace the radio, which is this right here, you will need an anti-theft code so that you can actually use the system. I try to contact Uconnect. Uconnect said I had to contact the Dodge dealership. I tried contacting Dodge dealerships around where I'm at. They don't want to tell me what the code is, basically saying I have to come in and pay $195 basically to hook their scanner up to my system to tell me what the code is. So you already know, fuck that. So I found this website that basically you can buy the actual unlock code for these systems. If you want to know what that website is, just let me know. I'll pin it in the comment section. I went ahead, all they need is a serial number for your actual unit. You give them the serial number and legit within like 10 seconds you'll get your code. So I got the code, put it in, and everything's working fine as far as the system goes. I was not able to get the performance screen. I had to unmarry the Tazer system from my car because it was still connected to the old system that I had in here. Remarry it to the new Uconnect 8.4, and basically that's how I was able to get the performance screens and all that other stuff that you basically want to get when you buy this Tazer, right? So okay, so when you got all of that stuff hooked up and you're back in your car and you're ready to basically configure the Z Tazer system, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna turn your car on, and at the top right here where you see the vehicle information, you want to navigate to the audio section. I think it's page 6. So if you go down, audio section. Once you get to the audio section, you're going to hold the left directional button right here, and then you're going to tap cancel. Now when you tap cancel, you see that first option is going to say light show. You're going to skip that. You're going to tap the cancel button once more. Keep tapping the cancel button until it gets you to the section that says marry. My system is already married to my car, so it'll only say on marry right now, but you want to go ahead and marry your Z Tazer to your car. So to marry it, all you have to do is tap the cruise control button, which is this button in the center right here. I'm not going to do it because if I do, it's just going to unmarry the unit from my car. But once you click on that, you're going to get a countdown from 9. That's the countdown that you will see. After the countdown is completed and your car is married to you, you want to go to the audio section, go back to the audio section, hold the left directional button and hit the cancel button. Now when you do that, you're going to see that option that says performance or PERF. That's the screen that you want to see. So when you get to this section, you want to go ahead and push the cruise control button to select it. It's going to do that. If you have a 5-speed manual car, it'll ask you if you want to activate that, basically. We don't have that. I have an 8-speed automatic, so I'm just going to go ahead and push the cancel button, and that's going to take me to the next option that says 8-speed automatic. So to select that, you're going to push the cruise control button, and that will turn to yes. Now after you select that, you want to go ahead again and tap it again. It's going to take you to the SRT set. So the SRT is basically the fonts for your car right here. Notice my fonts look a lot different from the stock fonts that come on the RT. So you're going to go ahead and push the cruise control button again, and that's going to change it to basically give you this better looking font right here. After that, you want to tap the cancel button again, and that's going to take you to the performance. Also select that as yes. So you're going to go ahead and push cruise control button for yes. You're not going to let go of the left directional button. You're just going to keep holding it to navigate through this menu. You're going to push the cancel button once more. It's going to take you to the paddle shifter option. If you guys can see it, it says paddles. To enable it, you just push the cruise control button. The next option is steering. This is the RT. I don't have the steering features on this, so you can go ahead and just skip past that part. The drive mode, I have it set to scat because mine is a RT. I've heard people say if you have a RT or anything like that, you don't want to select the Hellcats or Demons or anything like that. So I just went ahead and select the scat right here. To select that, you just push the cruise control button. The next option is the transmission option. You want to change that to yes. Then you're gonna go ahead and skip over the shift light. I don't need the shift light on mine, so I'm just gonna leave that disabled. I'm not using eco mode, so I will not select eco mode. Tire pressure, I'm not changing anything on that, but I guess if you have bigger tires on your car, you can change the size right here and it recalibrates your speedometer. Radio settings, let's see, what's in radio settings again? I don't remember, so I'll select radio settings, see what's going on in here. This is for if you have a backup camera. Yes, you don't want to mess with any of that. Cargo cam, I don't have a cargo cam, so I'm just gonna leave that off. The cam grids for when you're reversing, yes, I'm gonna leave that enabled. DVD, CDs, nobody uses those anymore, so I just leave that as no. Travel link, I leave that off. Lighting is basically for the light shows and stuff like that. We will not be doing any of that in this video, but if you want to see another video of me testing out the light show features, just let me know in the comment section and I'll do a video about that. And for comfort, so for comfort, let's say you want to change the automation of your system right here. When you turn the car on, you can either have the Scat Pack logo, the Hellcat logo, or the Demon logo. You can change it from inside this menu. I'm not going to change any of that because I do not have a Scat Pack, I do not have a Hellcat, and I do not have a Demon, so I'm not going to put that in here. But if you want to change it, you can. So when you get to the comfort menu, you want to push the cruise control button right here. It's gonna take you in here. It says splash right here. I have it as none, but if you want to, you can change it. If you push the cruise control button, you can see that it's changing to the Hellcat, where you get those red looking things or better fonts. If you change it to the shaker, you can change it to the Scat Pack, you can change it to the Demon, you can change it to the 1320, you can change it to a red eye. I'm just gonna leave it at none. I'm not changing that. I'm not up badging or anything. Moving forward, if you want to use your key fob to wind your windows down, you can. There's the settings here that you can do that. I'm not gonna do that, so I'm just gonna skip. If you want to get rid of that annoying belt ding, you can turn this to no and it will basically disable that. Now, easy exit, I don't have that on my car, so I'm just gonna skip over that. That's just the actual firmware of the taser. That option is basically saying if you want to unmarry your device. I'm not gonna do that. Now, after you do all those settings, you want to do a full reboot. Now, to do a full reboot, hold your left directional button right here, and then you're gonna tap the cruise control button right here, and that will reboot your system. It will count down from, I think it's 140 all the way to 0. Your infotainment system will reboot right here. You'll see it reboot. Don't do anything. After the reboot is completed, you want to go ahead and turn your car off. This is the part where I messed up at, because I was just going back and forth and trying to figure out why I just would not get the performance screen. If you do all of that, if you do your reboot your system and you don't see the performance page, there's a number of things that you can do. Some guys say they do 2 full reboots of the taser, and then they go outside and close the car and walk away for like 3-5 minutes and come back and turn the car on, and then it will load up. Some guys disconnect the battery and reconnect the battery, and then the performance page will just pop up. For me, none of that worked. What I did was basically 2 full reboots in the taser menu, and then I just basically turned my car off and just went away for like an hour. Went away for an hour and came back, turned my car on, and it just worked. I tried every step on YouTube, none of that worked for me. I'm not sure if any of you guys will have this problem. If you have I think if you have a Scat Pack, you'll be fine because the performance screen will automatically populate. But for the RT guys, like me, I had a bunch of problems with getting the performance screen to work on mine. You won't get any horsepower from this, but it will just make your car feel a lot more responsive. Now, after you do all of that and it all works out, you come back in your car, let's say after an hour, and turn your car on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this car on. Ooh. All right. If you look closely, I got the drive options right here, where you can basically change it from track, sport, custom, or auto. I'm just gonna leave it on track for now. Also, you get the performance page, which is this right here. It's loading. Performance page right here, you can see a lot of stuff. You can see your horsepower, your current gear, G-force, your times, You get a bunch of gauges. You get your oil temp, your pressure temperature, your coolant temperature, and your battery. Also your G-force, you can see all of that. Your engine, you can see everything from here, torque, power, and oil pressure, and even a dyno screen. I think that's pretty dope. I think that's pretty dope. I won't be able to test that out today because out of nowhere, of course, it started snowing. Can't take the car out. Now if you guys want to see another video when it's not snowing of me actually testing out the performance pages and everything like that, let me know in the comment section and I'll make another video.